What's up everybody, Life Repo here and welcome back for episode number 33. Today we're going to be talking all about intermittent fasting. We're going to talk about what it is, how does it work, how to decide if it's the right program for you, and I'm going to be talking about my personal experience with it and some of the benefits that I've taken away. Let's get started with today's episode. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome to the Repo Crew. I put up videos every single Monday on losing weight, how to stay healthy, tips for success. I lost 190 pounds in the last 2 years and I'm passionate about sharing that. Also, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. That way you get my content first thing, and you can also find me on Instagram right here. All right guys, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about intermittent fasting and what it is. Intermittent fasting is nothing more than a meal timing strategy. And what I mean by that is you eat all your meals during a certain block of time throughout the day or night that you set, and then you don't eat during the off period. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Now there's a lot of benefits that come with this. One is you reduce your calories because you don't eat as much normally because you're not grazing throughout the day like most of us can. So intermittent fasting is super simple, but let's talk a little bit more about how it works and if it's right for you. It's always best to consult with your doctor before making any changes or modification to your exercise or diet program. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about how intermittent fasting works. Alright guys, so we talked about what intermittent fasting was, but now we're going to talk about how it works. And the first decision you have to make is, when do you want to eat? So you have to find a window that you want to go with, and you can take an 8-hour, a 6-hour, or a 4-hour block of time. Now during this time frame, that's going to eat all your calories for the day. Now if you don't know how many calories you should be taking in to get the benefits that you're looking for, I'm going to put a calorie calculator in the description to make it easier on you so you don't have to look for it. But once you've determined how many calories you should take in, you're going to eat your calories during that time frame. Now here's one of the biggest things about intermittent fasting. It's not magic, but you can eat anything you want. But with that in mind, before you get too excited, I would say that by eating healthier foods and eating more like complex carbs and less processed foods, not only is it going to do more for your body in the long run, but you're going to see greater results with the program. Keep that in mind as we move forward. But once you've determined your window, now let's say you pick an 8-hour window. So you eat from 12 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock at night, because that's what you determine works for you and your schedule. You're going to eat your calories throughout the day. After that window, that's it. No more eating, it's done, that's it. You don't eat anything again until that window comes the next day. That would be till basically 8 o'clock at night all the way to 12 o'clock the next day. In the morning, don't be alarmed because you can still have coffee, and black coffee, and you can still have water, and you can drink sparkling water if it's not flavored. You don't want to drink anything that's going to trigger a metabolic response. Think of this kind of like going to the doctor when they say don't eat or drink anything except black coffee and water. Same type of thing. But your body's doing a lot of stuff inside while this is all going on. It's going to give you some great benefits. The other question that comes up is, when should I work out? Do I work out before or after my fast? And the answer simply is, that's up to you. Now there's a lot of folks that will argue one side or the other, and I'm not going to get into that today. What I'm going to tell you is find what works for you. If it's hard for you to fast and work out in the morning, then don't do it. Find what works for you and stick with it because you're going to get the most results that way. So now we've talked about how it works. Now let's figure out if this is the right program for you. All right guys, so we talked about what it is, we talked about how it works, but now we have to talk about, is this the right program for you? And to figure that out, there's a few things that I want to cover with you. One is schedule. You want to go into this making sure that you know your schedule and you commit to an eating window. It's something that if you don't do it, you don't take it seriously, and you're eating after it, you're really defeating the whole purpose, and I'd probably say find another program that maybe works or is more effective for you. If you can commit to that eating window, you're actually going to get a lot of benefits out of this. The second thing is listen to your body and how you feel. And what I mean by that is if you find yourself getting headaches, you're getting frustrated, you're hungry at first, it's really hard, maybe pull back a little bit or regroup. Maybe your eating window needs to be changed, or maybe try incorporating more black coffee or green tea or water. Those kind of things fill you up. They're actually, a lot of them are appetite suppressants, and they're going to help you a little bit work through that. Again, it's a transition. You're trying something new, and with anything, you got to give it time. But I'm confident that if you try it and you can commit to it, that I think you're really going to find benefits. The last thing is start slow. And what I mean by that is maybe don't go all the way to a 4-hour eating window if you've never done anything like this. Start with the bigger one at an 8 and then work down over time. That's going to allow your body to transition. Secondly, also if you haven't been eating really clean foods, you've been eating a lot of processed stuff, you may want to slowly just try to first master the eating window and say, yep, I got it, and then over time start to incorporate healthier options into your meal plan. That's going to set you up for success and make sure this works for you. You should always do that when looking at anything, but I wanted to give you some facts that you could use to help make the right decision. Alright guys, so I want to talk to you about my intermittent fasting and how I do it. So I actually do 12 to 8 o'clock, and I do that Monday through Friday. I do that because that window works for me. It allows me to have lunch with my buddies. And then at 8 o'clock, I can still go to the gym prior to that. And at 8 o'clock, before that, I eat my last meal and I'm done for the day. And it actually works really, really good. Now on the weekends, I just go back to my normal caloric diet and I just watch what I eat. And that rotation has actually given me really good losses as far as weight goes. Intermittent fasting also has helped me really maintain my weight. So I'm not gaining weight, but I'm not always losing tons and tons because I'm doing a lot of strength training, but I actually find a lot of benefits. And some of the main ones are, I actually feel good. I feel more focused at work. I feel more alert. And I guess just overall, my body feels better and more focused. So I'm a huge advocate for intermittent fasting, and it's definitely one I think you should try if you haven't already. And that'll wrap up the video for this week. And don't forget, it's your life, take it back. I wanted to give a shout out to a guy named Keith Holt. This guy's lost over 100 pounds. He's actually climbing mountains in Colorado. He's doing great stuff right now. I want to put a link to his channel at the end of the video. Make sure to check him out and give him some love.